Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. It's Scooby-Doo Tuesday, guys. You know what that means. Of course, it means we're here continuing the journey of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. This is Season 1, Episode 22. What a title this episode is. Attack of the Headless Horror. That's the title of this week's episode. That is a crazy title. Attack of the Headless Horror. So last week's episode, there was a major reveal in regards to who Mr. E is. Because he's been around pretty much, I think, since the beginning, like the very first episode. Like, he's been around for so damn long, helping out Mystery Incorporated, helping out Scooby-Doo and the gang. And we finally get the reveal. He was essentially the Shaggy of the original Mystery Incorporated group, because it seems that him and Professor Pericles were kind of like best friends in a sense, or have that sort of relationship that Shaggy and Scooby do. He turns around in his chair and everything, and he reveals about how he reveals to Angel, which that's not her actual name, Angel, but he reveals, you know, Scooby's more loyal to Shaggy than Professor Pericles was to me. And he's really upset. You can clearly tell he's frustrated. And he's sitting there within Destroido, that like industrial plant or whatever, and he has all these screens in this giant room, and that's how he's pretty much been monitoring everything. And the whole thing with Professor Pericles during that one episode where he gave that woman that formula or whatever to people fall in love with her, to think she's beautiful or whatever. She had that mask, so she had that whole thing during prom or whatever. The whole thing, Professor Pericles sitting to Mr. E about all the stuff he was doing or whatever, it makes more sense because of their relationship. How they were so close at one point when they were Mystery Inc. Originally the original Mystery Inc. So it makes more sense now that Mr. E is who he is in terms of the story. So that was a major reveal. I was quite surprised by that. So without further ado, guys, I'm ready to get into this next episode. We're getting close to the end of Season 1. It's kind of crazy. We have a few more episodes, and then we'll be done with Season 1. But thankfully, we do have a Season 2, so that's great. So here we go, guys. Season 1, Episode 22, this title, Attack of the Headless Horror. Let's go. Amazon. Okay.
We found it. The ancient burial heap of Sklar Gringot.
Oh. That was quick.
Make plenty fast for camp.
Go on. I'll be fine here. Alone.
Alone.
Okay.
Oh. Trying to open it up or something? Oh. Why did... Okay, what an ass he is.
Take not my head or a curse on you.
Curse.
My body shall forever avenge the wrong you do. You were one.
Oh my god. Careful. Careful with your driving.
Slow down, Fred.
Dr.
Who?
Rick Spartan. Never
Did we
heard.
just see that guy?
That's because you don't read trap magazines like I do.
He's driving like a madman. Oh, hello.
No, it's okay.
Like be friends again?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh.
The headless horror had me pinned against the wall.
So I guess he
Punched me
survived?
again and again and again. Both my arms were broken. I had 16
Both arms?
fractured ribs.
What
Damn.
did you do?
That's the way it goes when you live the life of adventure. Right, Kachinga?
If you say so.
I don't know much about biology.
Then why are you
if
teaching the
wanna know what a
class?
spleen is, you go read a book.
All running out into panic.
We have a lot of adventures too.
Yeah, they
You
do.
don't say.
Yeah.
We solve mysteries.
Why don't y'all come by the house for dinner tonight, and I'll show you my whole
Oh,
collection
dinner.
of cool
Okay, let's go to dinner. Why
Oh,
not?
that would be awesome.
I was about to say, is that woman there, so she's fine? And forgave him for rolling that ball or whatever at him?
Joy to be teaching at the high school, Dr. Spartan.
He's
Long enough
aggressive.
for Marion to have a little break. A few months of R&R, and we'll be ready to hit the adventure highway again. Right, Kachinga?
Oh. Right?
Rick calls me Kachinga because he likes to pretend I'm a wild savage. The pay's good, so I don't mind.
What do you say we go see that shrunken head?
Oh, that's from your adventures?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll accept that clown mask. I bought that in Reno. There it is.
You're not worried about the curse?
Nah.
He doesn't
I left
care.
that headless thing thousands of...
Oh my god. There are two possible people it could be. There you go. Oh shit. Going into action, Fred. Good job. They're actually helping. Good job.
I shall be with you forever!
I heard a frightful commotion.
It could be him. I think it's her. I think they're gonna make it seem like it's him, but it's her.
I can't spend the rest of my life running from that thing. I've got to find a way to break the curse.
A shrunken head curse.
Back
That's a
to
lot
mom.
of mojo, not easy to break.
I really missed you.
Oh,
Me too.
getting a little bit romantic maybe. Oh,
It also says the incantation has to be recited by a jackal.
Great.
a
We're
jackal.
going to get a talking jackal. Instructions say we can't start until precisely
Of course.
midnight.
She's not there. He's not there.
30
So
seconds to go.
Mind if I join in? I just
Oh.
love incantations.
Okay, sure.
There's a toot.
is this gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because it's not actually a curse. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. It's not a real curse though. But
You leave me alone!
once again, he's getting his ass kicked. I gotta say the design of this headless horror is interesting.
Just go back to Oxford, Charles. I don't need
Charles.
you anymore. Just maybe that thing will leave me alone if I stop all this adventure stuff.
Yes.
She wanted this. She wanted it. She's the monster.
Doctor, please don't quit. Give us one more chance to figure out how to stop that thing.
It's well. What is that?
What is it? Just before the creature threw Dr. Spartan against the tree,
Yeah.
he hit it right in the eye. It must have
Oh.
fallen off.
Out of the ground.
A ring? Oxford.
Oxford.
It's not actually him. It's not him. It's not. Oh, he's back.
They say that you're that headless thing that's been whomping
They
on
say
Dr. Spartan.
it was planted though.
I tend to agree. For once, I think you got it right. Repeat that to anyone, and I will deny it.
There's no creature! I can go back to the jungle, live the life of adventure again!
Break it through. Oh my god. They're gonna roll him. Exactly. They're gonna roll him out.
We're never gonna make it.
Oh, you will. Don't worry. There you go. Trap. Exactly. Trap.
I thought you said he was the creature.
Sorry we had to
Well-
trick you, Sheriff, but we needed
Oh.
everyone to believe it was Kachinga.
Marion!
I was right.
But how did you know that?
I admit it.
Well,
I mean,
we kind of have.
we already
caught
we already caught you.
You went to Oxford too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I came up with the fake legend of Sklar Gringot. I forged an
Interesting.
ancient map to the ruins. It gave me a chance to sneak around the back of the ruins, which were actually an old abandoned movie set. The headless horror costume was... I just wanted us to live a normal life.
Yeah, but now you're
which we
going to
could have
jail.
if it weren't for those meddling sycophants.
Sheriff,
They're gonna be
I don't want to
fine.
press any charges.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
How about I order us a bunch of pizzas and we watch a movie in my room? Who's in?
Okay.
Oh, I'm in.
I've been thinking about what happened between us at my mom's bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't have the same feelings for you anymore.
Oh,
But I hope
damn.
we can still be friends.
For the first time in my life, I don't even think pizza can make me.
He's gonna
feel
go home.
Hey gang, save a piece for me.
The title was correct. There was an attack of a headless horror, and I like the design of the creature as well. Well, the creature, but as we know, these are not creatures. These are like costumes or whatever, but it was a pretty cool design. So it's unfortunate that I kind of figured they were doing kind of a twist in regards to this episode. And when I mean a twist, it's a small little thing because this show, for the most part, it's very predictable in regards to who is the person behind the mask, who is the creature, the villain of the week. It's pretty obvious. In this instance, I was assuming early on, and I was correct, that they were going to be making it seem Charles Chichinga, as I actually have the voice cast pulled up here, Dr. Nick Spartan, I want to make sure I get these names right. Dr. Nick Spartan was saying Chichinga Charles. They were going to be saying he was going to be the headless horror. He was going to be the monster, right? And that's what they were obviously pointing to. It turns out it was Marion, his wife. It was Nick's wife. And it wasn't Chichinga. It wasn't Charles. It wasn't him at all. And they were really making it apparent by like, what happened? He's just now showing up like, I heard what happened. What was going on? I heard this noise. It's like they're making it seem very obvious he is the creature when clearly he wasn't. I kind of wish they would have been not so pushing on the narrative in regards to he's the creature when in fact it's Marion. I kind of wish it would have been more, I guess, neutral in a sense. It's like it's not trying to push to make it like obvious it's not them, but they're making it seem like it is. I kind of wish they would have been more neutral with the episode so that it would have been a 50-50 toss-up in regards to who could it be, because they could have found ways to maybe make it seem like, okay, both of them are showing up after the fact or whatever, or both of them are, you know, they just make it more neutral. It's like we're not really pushing too far to pointing to this person when clearly it's the other. Because there was a small little references that Marion was saying in regards to when they're having dinner about how she likes the small things, you know, a dishwasher, showering, not having to check for ticks in the morning or whatever on her back when they're out there adventuring and all that kind of stuff. There were small little hints like that in regards to where she wants a normal life, but they were just heavily pushing Charles, which I wish they would have, like I said, like I've been saying, it's been a day. It's a Monday as I'm recording this. But you get what I'm saying, which was more neutral. So the whole thing, the backstory, when they capture Marion, I thought was interesting because she was like going through extensive detail, as they always do with this show at times, when they go to their backstory, where she drew on this map or whatever, the actual temple or whatever, and then like I laid it to where he could easily find it. She just throws it on him when he's sleeping, so he would have woke up with it on his face, so he would easily go, there's a treasure. And the opening sequence of the episode where they're in the Amazon, where she falls and trips and everything, and then that boulder, that giant thing rolls down and almost runs her over. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, but then he doesn't care. He's not even paying attention. And so that was her whole point, because he's so obsessed with all this kind of stuff, that was the point she was trying to make. And the shrunken head, she bought it at a store, made it say whatever she wanted it to say. Of course, she's the headless horror and everything. And the fact is that it was a giant, it was a movie set prop. Like, okay, so did a movie that used that set just leave it out there, or did she have it manually moved out there to make it seem real? I don't even know. Like, there's a lot of like things, because when she goes behind it, you can see it's a set because it's a built like stage thing, but yet on the side they came in, it looked perfectly normal. So what if they came in the wrong direction? And he would have seen that side of it. I don't know. But and it was really strange to where Nick was a teacher in biology at school. Like, it just made no sense why he's in Crystal Cove. Like, it's just so strange. But then again, this show has proven time and time again that it's strange, and that there's certain things you just kind of have to overlook because there's no explanation. There's no explanation for him to be a biology teacher, because he even says, I'm not really too familiar with biology. I'm not really up on that. Like, he's not really, you know, his whole background is not in biology. I'm like, then why are you a teacher for it? And he dismisses class 45 minutes early. I don't know. He's a weird individual. But Fred, of course, loves him to death. Of course he does. Let's talk about this little thing throughout the episode that I was kind of surprised by, but I guess it needed to, I don't know if it needed to be addressed, but they did, is the whole Shaggy and Velma thing. So Fred is speeding through town to get to school because he's like, Nick's a new biology teacher. Oh my god, I love this guy. I can't be late for school. But there's a moment where Shaggy like falls and almost kisses Velma because they're this close on the side of the van, because the way Fred's driving, they're all over in that back. Scooby, Shaggy, and Velma. And Velma's like, no, it's okay, you don't have to move, because he apologized, and then they started talking. He's like, I miss you, and all this kind of stuff. They have a little thing with, it's weird. They sometimes go to Velma's mom for information out of nowhere, just kind of strange. But then they have a little talk there, and they're kind of, you know, flirty a little bit. And then at the end, which, I don't know, we had this whole thing with this headless horror, and now Marion is not going to be charged because Nick is not going to press charges. They're going to go back to his room, and they're all going to eat pizza, including the sheriff, which we haven't seen him in a bit. And I thought at first he wasn't going to speak, because when they first show him with the other cops arresting Charles, I'm thinking, okay, they don't have Patrick Warburton in the episode. Like, they're just going to draw his character. They're not going to have him speak. But then he starts talking, like, oh, okay, because we haven't seen him in a bit. But they go up to have pizza, and then Velma tells Shaggy, I've been thinking, I don't have the same feelings for you that I used to. Can we just be friends? Because when they were talking earlier in the episode about let's be friends again, what they meant was something more. What they actually, because they care for each other, but they kind of were hiding their relationship. And even at one point, Daphne's looking back in the van early on going, like seeing them really close together and stuff like, oh, they're so cute. But then Velma tells him at the end of the episode, well, let's be friends. Shaggy didn't want to hear it. He was hurt. And I really thought when she went into the hospital, because they were going to go have a bunch of pizza and stuff and watch a movie. Okay. Maybe the movie that has that set that was used for, that temple or whatever that he got tricked into going into. Maybe. I'm kidding. That's probably not what they were talking about. But I thought Shaggy was going to go home. He's like, I don't know if I can even eat right now. Like, he was just hurt. But then he's like, he runs in, of course, he's fine. Like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for some pizza. So it was interesting to have that kind of that subplot in this episode. Like, I wasn't expecting that. But I thought it was interesting for sure in regards to the reveal of Mary and everything. But then again, I kind of figured it. But then the fact is, like, there's no charge. Usually when people get caught, they're charged. They go to jail. Whatever charges, I don't even know what kind of charges they come up with. Also, too, I like how when she was captured, of course, by a Fred trap, of course, that she's like, I admit it. He's like, and then the sheriff's like, well, yeah, because you were caught. So, yeah, you have to admit it. So, that was a strange little moment. Also, too, like, the little explanation she was giving about how she had to train months of Pilates or something to use the mouth, because she didn't use that mouth on the costume until the end of the episode when she's chasing them through the hallways of the hospital. She was grabbing stuff with that mouth and throwing it at them. She's like, I had to train months to get my abs to use the mouth and make it move so I can grab stuff. Like, it's a very specific thing there. All right. No overarching continuing mystery here in regards to what was revealed in last week's episode. I'm guessing that's kind of what's happened too sometimes, where there's like big reveals of certain things that we kind of go some time without going back to it. I was kind of hoping we would get some more information about the overarching stuff of Crystal Cove and all that, but it's okay. We'll get that at some point. We will, because we still have a couple episodes left of the season, so I'm expecting some big reveals coming soon. And because, I mean, we're getting close to the end of the seasons. We got to have some, come on, shit. Like, they've already been doing some bomb drops throughout the season, so I need more, damn it. So whatever thoughts you have about the episode, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know your thoughts about the episode, guys. Let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.